We got a funny man coming up on stage, and sometimes you get the pleasure of introducing friends of yours, people that you've been around with for years. This guy coming up on stage is a dear friend of mine. We've been doing comedy together for a good 7, 8, 9 years. He's also the co-host of our podcast, the Black and Tan Podcast. A dear friend of mine, a tidal wave of comedy. Put your hands together, make some noise for Mr. Aaron Cheatham!
How y'all doing tonight? Yeah, we having a good time so far, enjoying yourselves? Good. I'm really glad to be out because I had to get away from my dog. My dog is a pain in the ass. If you ain't got a pain in the ass pet, then you ain't felt pain, man. My dog, like a couple weeks ago, he's in the backyard running around just barking his head off. And I'm in the house, hanging out with some friends. My dog's barking his head off. There's an old black guy lived behind us. He's building a swing set for his grandkids. My dog's barking. So I go outside to see what the problem is. I see the old man back there building a little swing set. I call my dog over. Dog runs back over, starts barking at the man some more. I call him back. He runs over, starts barking. And finally the old dude yells at me. He goes, "Hey man, what's wrong with your dog? You don't like black people?" I was confused, man. I was like, I don't know, man. Since Mike Vick got out, he's been all types of worked up. My dog is a pain, man. He's a super pain. Last week, he was running around the house, acting like a fool, jumping on the couch, jumping off, running around in circles, all giddy. I'm thinking he had to use the bathroom, so I go out, let him out. He runs outside, grabs his ball, runs and drops it at my feet. I'm like, I don't want to play. And clearly, he wants to use the bathroom, so come back inside. So then we bring him back in, running around the house, acting like a complete jackass. Let him out again, he ain't got to use the bathroom. He just wants to play, so I'm like, you know what, screw it. I ain't playing this game. Next morning, I'm asleep. He's doing the same thing, jumping on the bed, jumping off the bed, running around, whining, crying, and everything. And I wake up, I'm like, I'm not falling for that trick. You don't want to go outside, you just want to play. So I go back to sleep. My mistake. Because I wake up to the smell of shit in my room. Not just any shit, like wet shit. It smelled like wet shit in my room. And I was so mad. Because I'm like, this is the exact same thing you were doing yesterday. How am I supposed to know the difference? I can't tell the difference between I want to play and I want to chit. I don't know the difference. I just wish he could just tell me. Like, why couldn't he just say, like, dude, I got, like, just, and I don't want him, like, to speak, like, don't get it twisted. I want my dog to have, like, conversations with me. But I just want him to be able to say, like, one word. That's it, just say one word. And there's a lot of people that go, oh, dogs are stupid animals, they can't talk, they can't do anything. You can't ask your dog to say one word. That's bullshit, all right? Dogs have been around humans for thousands of years. The Romans used to use dogs to chase down retreating enemies. And they chase down little Greeks and chew their ankles off and drag them back to the Romans and stuff. You know, they've been around us. I have a friend. I have a friend. He says, hey, Philo, go get me a beer. The stupid dog goes to the kitchen, pulls a rope on the fridge, grabs a beer, closes it with his ass, and he comes and brings him the beer. You can't tell me dogs can't just say one word. You can't tell. I don't believe it. I don't buy it for 1 second. My mom had a parrot. And the parrots, they have brains this big, right? Dogs have brains this big. In 1 week, I taught my mom's parrot to say white power. 1 week. My mom moved from San Antonio to Mississippi. 8 hours in the car with this bird. White power the whole way. White power, white power, white power. My mom doesn't have a bird anymore. And that parrot has an illustrious career as a politician in Mississippi. I just want my dog to say one thing, man, just one word, so I know. We just got to be away. You can't tell me that he's not smart enough that when he's got to go, he can jump up on the bed, put his paw on my chest, look me right in my eye, and just go, shit! There's no confusion then. We're on the same page. I know what's going on. Oh, I hate my dogs. Hate my dog. I'm also glad to be out. This is actually been a rough week. Yesterday, my grandfather passed yesterday. So getting out and doing this show was like a lot of fun for me. It's a really good thing. And to be honest with you, I'm really surprised that my granddad lived as long as he did, being married to my granny. No, because she's wild. The first titties I ever saw were my granny's titties. That's a true story. I was like 8 years old, and I remember I was walking up the stairs, I walked in the room, and my granny was hanging out the window smoking a blunt with nothing but her panties on. And she's like, what you doing? Well, close the door, nigga. Oh, these? Well, take a look, and hopefully they ain't the last ones you see. Now close it. I got high with my granny a couple years ago. That was wild. That was wild. Because, like, she's old, right? And, you know, like, when you get high, you have these great conversations. You go into these crazy thoughts you have. But, like, because she's old, like, her high conversation was way different than what I was accustomed to. Like, we were sitting there smoking a joint, and she's like, I think I'm going to take them curtains down. Like, this would be real sharp. If I go down to Walmart and get me some fabric, I think I'll get some leopard print. Yeah, I'll flip them over like this. What time is it? Judge Judy's on. I gotta go. Hold on, move, motherfucker. Judge Judy. Terrible. That was terrible high conversation. I'm like, man, you are fucking my high up. Curtains? We talking about curtains? If you don't, like, I used to smoke a lot of weed. I don't, not so much anymore. But if you're gonna do a drug, I say just stick with weed, because there's some stuff out there that's a little crazy. You know, stuff is a little bit too much for me, like ecstasy. You ever see cats when they roll on that ecstasy? It's like everything is the first time they've ever done it, and it's so great. Oh my God, have you ever felt your shirt before? This is 100% cotton? Oh, it's so soft. So soft. Oh, have you ever licked your lips? I just licked my lips. Have you ever licked your lips? You feel that? Lick your lips. Look at them like I'm licking them. Lick your lips. Yeah, I'll take some ice. Oh, it's so cold. This ice is so cold. Have you felt ice? Put it on your neck. Oh my God. Oh my God. Have you ever rubbed your ass on the carpet like this? Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's in your teeth. Wow, that feels so good.